question like, what the hell is going on? And all these players like Liverpool was an absolute. Let's not get crazy. Here we go. 3-team teaser. All 8. They just don't give a shit. Yeah. Welcome everybody.
Welcome back to the football prediction with me and Teacher Mark. It's now match day 13. How are you feeling about this weekend?
I'm really looking forward to it. These international breaks are a killer, man. Absolute killer.
But it's now over.
It's over. I mean, sometimes you get some decent games, you know, some stuff to watch. France 14-0 over Gibraltar. Did you see that one?
That's a world record. That's a world record.
This is what we're dealing with here. Some bad ones here in Thailand, but that's all right. But anyway, we're moving on to the Premier League.
We're moving on to the Premier League.
And what a way to start it.
What a way to start.
Early kickoff.
7:30.
Saturday evening here in Bangkok. It's going to be a great night. Liverpool at Man City at the Etihad. This has been the game, you know, the last 6 years. This has been the game in the Premier League. What do you think?
Well, this game, to be fair, if you look at the statistics about Liverpool against Man City, I'm going to say that Liverpool are quite a bit better. Liverpool, we're talking about statistics.
Yeah, Liverpool have a very good record against Man City. With Jurgen Klopp against Pep Guardiola, since this has been going on for 7 seasons, yeah, Liverpool have an outstanding record. You know, Man City have definitely won some games, but Liverpool can go toe-to-toe with them.
Toe-to-toe, okay.
Right there. So, yeah, statistics, Liverpool have been good against City. Last year, Liverpool beat them in the Community Shield, and they beat them in the Premier League 1-0 at home, and then in the Premier League at Man City, I think it was 4-1 Man City.
4-1 Man City,
yeah. This one's tough to call.
It is tough to call, but
I mean, I just got to go with Man City in this one. I mean, I do. I think it's going to be a good game, but them playing at home, they have a little bit of an advantage, even though they've got some injuries. And Liverpool do come into this game pretty healthy, with the exception of Andy Robertson. Him being out, Cody Gakpo, not sure. But Liverpool are pretty healthy. But, man, I think it's going to be a tight game. But Man City at home, slight advantage. Okay. They have some injuries as well. I'm going to go for 2-1 Man City.
You're going to go for 2-1 Man City?
2-1 Man City.
Well, I'm saying this. Haaland is not going to be able to play in this weekend
I saw that, yeah.
But I still do think that this game, Pep against Jurgen Klopp, it's going to be an absolutely fantastic game.
I'm really looking forward to it.
This could be the game of the week.
Oh, I think it will be.
It will be game of the week. But I will say this, Man City 3, Liverpool 1.
3-1. I mean, 3-1's not a bad pick. By the way, a draw's not a bad pick either, because they say that coming out the worst time to play a match, they say, is the early kickoff after an international break. The players come back tired, exhausted. Sometimes they come back one day before, and managers hate the early kickoff just after the international break.
Especially the other club.
Yeah, and so that could make it a more defensive game. But slight edge to Man City.
Slight edge to Man City.
Slight edge to Man City.
Before we move on to the next video, I've got someone to predict this match as well. We'll pop the video up right now.
Man City T1.
That's it for the Liverpool Man City game. Let's move on then, shall we?
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
I mean, getting into some other games. Okay, some late night afternoon kickoffs in England. 10 o'clock here in Bangkok. Burnley at home with West Ham.
West Ham against Burnley.
Yeah. I mean, I've been talking this with you and some other people. Burnley's home form has just been atrocious. They haven't won at home. Not only have they not won at home, they haven't even been close to winning at home. I'm not even sure they have a 1-goal loss at home. I think all their home losses have been by more than 1 goal.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense. And I think this is a bad game for them at home. I'm going for West Ham win.
You're for West Ham win.
Yeah.
But you know what? I do have a completely opposite results in this game. I do think Trafford's going to show some class in these games. And
is this finally the day that they get a home win?
Could be.
Could be. Could be.
All right, I'm going to say this now. You hear it now. Burnley 2, West Ham 1.
2-1. All right, I'm going to go for 3-1 West Ham.
3-1 West Ham.
Yeah, Burnley's defending is not very good at all. They've given up some goals this season. I'm going to go 3-1 West Ham.
So you're saying Burnley's going to get absolutely smashed against West Ham?
I think so. They'll eventually win a home game, but this ain't the one.
I mean, West Ham playing away against Brentford. Was it Brentford or what? Or Forest that they nicked the draw?
Yeah. Well, so West Ham, they had
Brentford. Yeah,
Brentford. Well, Brentford. We'll talk more about Brentford soon. I mean, listen, West Ham. They've played some decent football recently. it always seems like when they need a result, they can get a result. They can do that. They're quite good at that, and I just think this is the kind of game that fits them. Fits them, yep, and they'll get it done. So, moving on, Luton Town at home with Crystal Palace. Luton Town, again, great 1-1 with Liverpool, decent 1-0 with Man United. They weren't that bad. Now they're back at home. These are the games that if they want to stay in the Premier League, they have to win.
Have to win.
What do you think about this?
Well, you guys all know that we both love Crystal Palace again, and with Roy Hodgson in charge. But Luton Town, they were doing a pretty amazing job to try to keep that draw, 0-0 draw against Man U for 45 minutes.
Yep. They went to halftime 0-0. They gave up a goal in the corner. That was it, corner kick.
Which is a ridiculous goal.
I know, yeah. It was a bad one to give up. Man U didn't play that well. Luton Town were okay. I'm going for a draw in this game.
You're going for a draw?
Yeah, I'm going to go for a draw. Yeah, because I think Crystal Palace is the kind of team that's Roy Hodgson will set them up in the correct way, and Luton Town might have a little bit of a tricky time breaking them down. But I'm going to go for a 1-1.
1-1 draw.
1-1 draw in this, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go for a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw, yeah. It's a tough one to pick. Honestly, Palace could win it. Luton Town, obviously, they've struggled this season. But Luton Town, they have their moments where they're strong. So I think we got to stay on the fence on this one. 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw.
Yep. Moving on. Big game of the weekend. Late kick or 10 o'clock kickoff here. Newcastle at home with Chelsea. This is a really, really, really interesting game to look forward to. Newcastle coming off of a loss to Bournemouth. They have some injuries. Chelsea coming off of two incredible games. 4-1 over Spurs, where they actually looked really bad, but they won the game.
Yeah.
And an incredible 4-4 draw with Man City, where they played well, but they didn't defend that great. But, man, they scored some nice goals. What do you think about this?
Well, we were discussing yesterday, and
yeah.
I was like, I told him that, you know what, I think this game Chelsea might be able to nick something. But then the thing is, what he said to me quite literally shocked me. Like, he said that I'm going for Newcastle to win.
I'm going for Newcastle to win in this game.
And I was like, what do you mean? They've got shitloads of injuries going on now.
I know they do. They lost in the Champions League a couple of times recently. They lost to Bournemouth, but listen, I still don't trust Chelsea.
Okay.
I don't. Like I said, that Spurs win was nice, but there was 9 men. The Man City game was a draw. There was some poor defending in that game, some exciting goals. Great game. But Chelsea still looked very vulnerable. I'm still not ready to commit to them to pick up a big away win in the Premier League.
This is not Stamford Bridge, yeah.
No, this is at St. James Park.
St. James Park, okay.
I'm still not ready to go with Chelsea for a big away win, 11v11, 95 minutes. I like Newcastle in this one.
You like Newcastle?
Yeah, I'm going to go for 2-0 Newcastle.
2-0 Newcastle.
Yep, 2-0
I'm just going to
Newcastle.
go for low-scoring games. 1-0 Newcastle.
1-0 Newcastle.
Inside the game. That's it.
That's it. Okay, well, that's a nice pick. I think Newcastle. This is the game they've had the international break. They've got a little bit of rest, so they should be back and ready to go.
Should be.
Yep. So I think that's a good pick. Nottingham Forest at home with Brighton.
Brighton and Hove Albion.
Brighton have been struggling.
They've been quite floppy lately.
Yeah, Brighton have got sucked into that Thursday-Sunday Europa League schedule, and they've had some really bad Sunday results. A 1-1 with Fulham, a 1-1 with Sheffield United, both those games at home. Mm-hmm. This game, it's no Thursday-Sunday. They're fully rested. It's a Saturday game away to Forest. Forest are really, really good at home.
They are.
We know that they're almost unbeatable at home. That's how strong they are. What do you think about this one?
Well, Forest playing at home last week, or was it? It should be at London Stadium. They play against West Ham.
West Ham, yeah, London Stadium. Yeah, that was the West Ham win 3-2.
Which Forest should have nicked something in that game.
Yeah, Forest were up 2-1 in that game.
Yep.
And West Ham got the second and third goal to win it 3-2. Yeah.
From the signature, the crossing in from the corner.
Yeah, James Ward-Prowse.
Yeah. But now they're playing at home against Brighton and Hove Albion.
I know it. This game is just so difficult to pick. I like Forest at home. Brighton have been down a little bit recently.
Like we said, if any team go against Brighton, the first goal is the most important goal.
The first goal is very key.
If Brighton giving up the first goal, what's going to happen?
Oh, they're not gonna make any adjustments, and they're gonna be vulnerable for the second goal. And that happens a lot. I I think this is a very difficult game to pick. I'm going to give a slight edge to Forest, though, at home. But if I had to pick a winner in this, I'm going for Forest, but I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw.
I am. I'm going for another 1-1 draw.
I could not see both of these teams winning. Let's go for a draw, but I'm going to say this game is going to be a 4-goals thriller.
Okay.
So, 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw. Yeah, we both like a draw for this one, though. Very, very difficult game to pick. We got Sheffield United playing with Bournemouth. Another tough one to call. There's some tough ones this weekend, but Sheffield United at home, this is a game they've got to have, and I do think they'll get it. I'm going for a Sheffield United win in this game. Bournemouth did beat Newcastle last time out, but I just think, listen, the Blades got to have this one. They got to have it, and I do think they'll get it. I'm going for a Sheffield United win at home against Bournemouth.
Let's do it. But the tips for this game, guys, I think you're going to agree with me for this one. Both teams to score.
Definitely.
Bournemouth is going 100% is going to score.
Yep.
They score almost every single game they play.
They do. Yeah,
because they've got the help of the Solanke guy.
Yeah, Solanke, yeah.
And Sheffield playing at home.
I'm going to go 2-1 Sheffield United.
2-1 Sheffield.
2-1 Sheffield United. Yep, I like them at home. They've had some real poor games this season, but they turned in a couple decent results. They had a nice 2-2 at home with Everton about a month ago, where it was an exciting. They can get forward playing at home. I think they'll just get this one.
Just nick it.
Just nick it.
I'm just gonna go for let's go for 2-1.
2-1.
It's a great score.
2-1. Yep. 2-1.
Let's
yep.
do it.
Yeah. 2-1 Sheffield United.
2-1 Sheffield United.
Brentford at home with Arsenal. Brentford had won 3 in a row. Then they lost to Liverpool last time out 3-0. They actually didn't play that bad in that game, but once Liverpool got the second goal, it was all over.
Everything was shut down.
Everything was shut down. Yeah. Arsenal, Arsenal with Declan Rice. They're tough to beat. I like Arsenal in this game.
But hold on a second.
What do you got?
Why do you think we're going to see Thomas Frank's masterclass in this game?
Okay.
Have you seen the way he adjusts the way Brentford were playing against Liverpool? He was like, do this, making notes. This is it.
I mean, he had Brentford set up well against Liverpool. Like the first 30 minutes of that game, like Brentford, they had a few chances. They were playing well. Even at 1-0, Brentford weren't that bad. Like just the second goal killed them. So it wouldn't surprise me. They've had a few good results against Arsenal as well since they've come up to the Premier League. You
just couldn't see it.
Yeah, I think Arsenal are going to have this one, though. I think they'll get a few goals and shut things down. 2-0 Arsenal.
2-0 Arsenal.
Yeah, 2-0 Arsenal.
Well, the problem with Brentford is the goalkeeper. If, the Flecken guy wasn't... He's nothing compared to David Raya.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with that. Brentford gives up some goals that they shouldn't. They definitely give up some cheap goals. Yeah. I just think Arsenal in this one. I'm going for an Arsenal win.
Saying this now, 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. All right. Looking forward to it.
Yep.
Yep. Sunday games. Tottenham Hotspur at home at Aston Villa. Spurs have lost 2 straight. Villa having an outstanding season at home. They're incredible. Away, they are a bit shaky.
Yep.
Lost to Newcastle, lost to Liverpool, lost to Nottingham Forest. This game is away to Spurs. What do you think?
Well, they've lost away against Forest 2-0.
Yep.
But at home, they're pretty unbeatable. But this time, they're going away to Spurs.
Yeah.
Which Spurs home form, the previous 2 games of their home forms, 1 win, 1 lose.
Yep.
I do think Spur is going to win in this game.
You like Spur?
Don't surprise me. Come on.
Well, this is just a theme. This is a theme of like kind of this weekend, this video. What I feel. I'm going for a draw in this game.
You're going for a draw?
Yeah, I'm going for a draw. The James Maddison injury is a killer for Spurs. I mean, they lost him against Chelsea. They lost the game. Wolves beat them. Their midfield was not good in that game, and Wolves got them. They're a different team without James Maddison, and I think that's just really gonna get them. But Ange Postecoglou has this great attacking football. Even without Maddison, they're going to push forward. Mm-hmm. Villa can score as well. I'm going for a 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw.
Yeah. 2-2
now you're
draw.
saying this. I have faith in Villa a little bit.
Villa. They're top 5 right now. But like we said, away from home, they're not quite as strong. But Ollie Watkins is having a great season, banging in goals. Yep. Without Maddison, sometimes the distribution for Spurs isn't going to be. It's not as good. That's it.
You know what? I'm gonna say this now. Things gonna be a little bit turnover.
Okay.
Villa 2, Spurs 1.
Wow, big change. Big change. Big change.
Yeah, hell yeah. Big change. Yeah.
Dude, I get you on that James Madison.
Yeah, he gets me on that one.
Yeah, it's a killer injury. Like, you look at Man City without De Bruyne, like, it hurts. It definitely hurts, but they're still winning a shitload of games. They're a great team. But Spurs don't have that depth. You know, you can't take James Madison off that team and expect things to be the same. They just aren't.
Yep.
I think that's a killer. And Villa, well, Unai Emery's doing a great job there. So you like 2-1 Villa. I'm going for 2-2.
You're going for 2-2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking forward to that one.
You completely get me on that one. Okay.
Turn around.
Turn around. Things gonna turn around. Coming up next game.
The Sunday evening game, obviously this game has so many talking points with what went down the last week. Everton at home with Man United.
Against Manchester United.
10-point deduction hit with the Toffees. I thought it was ridiculous with a capital R. I thought it was a cheap shot, frankly. Like, were they cooking their books? I don't know. I don't know all the details, but what I do know is that if you come at with Everton, you've got to come tough on some really, really, really big punishments on some other clubs, unnamed clubs.
Unnamed clubs. Okay, let's just
clubs.
keep that unnamed. Okay, unnamed clubs. Okay.
But I thought this was really harsh. I think this is going to motivate Everton as well. This is really going to have a me against the world attitude at home. Man U, I still don't feel good about them right now. Yes, they've won 4 out of 5 in the Premier League. Those 4 wins have been 1-goal wins
and
against Fulham, Brentford, Sheffield United, and Luton Town.
Yep.
Those are their 4 wins that they've gotten from 15 points by 1 goal. I don't have any confidence in them right now. I'll go for an Everton win.
Let's go for it. Like, Everton players going to be
at
very
home, yeah.
hungry
and
well motivated to get this.
They're going to be pissed. I'm going for 2-0 Everton.
2-0 Everton.
Yep.
And
could be 1-0. It could just be a 1-goal game. But I'm going for 2-0 Everton.
Sticking with 2-0.
Yep.
I'm going to say 2-1 Everton.
2-1 Everton.
Yeah, 2-1 Everton. Yep.
Yep. I've got a good feeling about him in this game. Man U, I've got to see a lot more from them before I start getting behind them. And Everton, yeah, they got fucked. I mean, it's that easy. They got played. They got played big time.
Yep, they got played.
And they know that they now got to get some points. So Everton win one last game. Finish the weekend Monday night. Fulham and Wolves, very tough game to call. I'm just saying this one right now. I'm going for a draw.
You're going for a draw.
In my theme of the weekend, draw. I'm going for a draw in this one. I like Wolves. I do like Wolves a lot. If I had to pick a winner, it'd be Wolves. But I think Fulham at home, they'll be targeting this game for something. I'm going for a boring 0-0 draw.
A boring 0-0 draw?
Boring 0-0.
You know what? I'm just going to go for Wolves to win.
Wolves to win.
Wolves to win, like 1-0 Wolves.
1-0. Yeah, listen, I mean, I've said this a couple times now. I was wrong about Wolves.
You was wrong about
I was wrong. They got
you were hard on them.
I was hard. They got some players, man. They got some players, and they got Gary O'Neill. But I'm going for a 0-0 in this one. So let's get into our real betting tips for the weekend.
Here we go.
What do you think? What is your betting advice for the weekend?
So this is my betting advice.
Yep.
Hold on, let me open some.
Yep, pull that up.
So I've got Man City to win over Liverpool.
Okay, Man City to win.
And Newcastle to win over Chelsea.
I like that one as well. I like them. I like Newcastle.
And one last game. Arsenal over Brentford.
Arsenal over Brentford.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm going to go. This is my 3-team teaser for the weekend. This is what I feel good about. I like Newcastle to win as well.
Newcastle to win.
I like Arsenal to win as well.
Yep.
And the one other one that I am going to go with that I feel good about is I'm going with Sheffield United over Bournemouth.
Sheffield over Bournemouth.
Yep, that's my 3-team teaser right there. Newcastle to win, Arsenal to win, Sheffield United to win. That's where I'm getting my money at.
Okay.
But some other things that I do like this weekend, I do like Man City to win. Both teams should score in that game. I like both teams to score in that with a Man City win. Luton Town and Palace, I think, is a double chance. Listen, I'm going to throw some double chances out to you right now. Some really good double chances. Double chance on Luton Town is really, really strong.
Okay.
Double chance on Nottingham Forest is really, really strong.
Okay.
Double chance on Wolverhampton is really, really strong as well. Yeah, those 3 double chances I like quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
Oh, quite a bit. Yeah, because I think that all 3 of those teams are good for at least a point this weekend.
Okay.
Everton I like over Man U. That's another one to get your money on. Everton over Man U. And I'm gonna say one. That's it. That's what I'm going with. I don't want to give. Okay. I don't want to give any other risky advice. There's some other things that I kind of like, but I don't want to take any chances.
Don't forget to go for like both teams to score on Sheffield against Bournemouth.
Yeah, Sheffield against Bournemouth definitely. But that's it. I like teaser, Sheffield United, Arsenal, Newcastle, double chances, Luton Town, Wolves, Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest.
That's it. So
you heard it now.
click, like, subscribe. We're winning some money this weekend.
Ready to win some money. Big chunk of cash coming in.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Now just sit back, relax, and enjoy the game.
Enjoy them all. It's going to be a great weekend. Till the next time.
Till next time. Adios.
Adios.